Boys, welcome back to the podcast. We're doing a little testing out everything. New camera setup. Thank you, Eddie, for walking me through this. Like I'm a doofus. Pull that mic into your mouth.
Cheers.
There we go. Sean, say what up.
What up?
Oh, damn. Audio's good. What's been up? Let's start with Sean, because I haven't seen you in a while. What's been going on, my G?
Not much.
Prov life?
Living in Providence.
Just working, skating.
Working, skating, yeah.
That's cool.
Working on Volkswagens.
What's that all about? How'd you get into cars?
I don't know, dude. I just liked them.
Yeah.
When I got my first car, I got like super excited to get it and just got like really into cars.
Was your dad or someone into cars?
Not really, no.
That's crazy.
But no, my first car was a Volkswagen and I just kind of stuck with it. And then I got another Volkswagen.
Did you go to school or anything to learn? You just fucking freestyle the shit?
Just freestyled. Just did shit in my garage.
Fire.
But it's been cool. I don't know if it's something I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It's like working on other people's shit is like different.
Yeah.
It's like doing that all day, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't want to work on my own shit. Kind of sucks. But
Yeah.
it's chill.
I like never got into cars. I always was like, I wanted to, but I just never like, it didn't pull me in.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was cool when people worked on cars and were into it and stuff. But, you know, I was always taken over by skateboarding, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How many cars have you had?
Like seven, I think.
Damn. I've had 3, maybe 4. I might be on my 4th. And I'm 42. How old are you now?
I'm 25.
Oh, dude, he's still a young kid, you know?
Yeah.
How-
had in the past year, I've had Tacoma.
Talk into that thing, motherfucker.
Oh,
Nice.
sorry.
No, it's fine.
Truck, 1 Volkswagen, 2 Volkswagens, 3 Volkswagens,
Why Volkswagen?
and an Audi,
Nice.
which is technically a Volkswagen.
Is it?
Volkswagen owns Audi.
Oh, I had no idea.
That's what I learned at school. Volkswagen owns Lamborghini.
What the fuck?
Yeah. They had Lamborghini engines out at this, like, I went to, like, Volkswagen school, and they had, like, Lamborghini school was next to it, and they were like, oh, yeah, like, come check out Lamborghini school. Like, you guys will like this stuff. And, like, they had engines out, and they had, like, the same stamped, like, because they do, like, Volkswagen Audi group, VAG.
Yeah.
They don't like when you say VAG.
I
but
do.
VAG. And they had those parts, like, the coil packs were, like, stamped Volkswagen Audi group, and they were just on a Lamborghini engine. And I was like, oh.
What the fuck?
That's cool.
Yeah, dude. Most people probably have no clue about that. And the price difference, right? Are they crazy, drastically different, I imagine?
Yeah. But even, like, they had them all apart. They had the interiors apart, and you could see, like, the wiring. And, like, we had Volkswagens apart. The wiring setup they have is, like, it's the same thing. There's a lot more going on in a Lamborghini, but, like, if you look at the wires and how they're set up, like, it's the same thing.
That's crazy. My weird, odd fact is my first car I bought from Zared's, I think, stepdad or dad. He had, like, a dealership, and I bought my first car from them for, like, $1,200 or something.
Damn.
Yeah. Just fucking flexing.
That's a good deal.
Yeah,
What'd you get?
I'm at 3.
Fuck, what'd I have?
3 cars
3?
total in my life, I think. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to remember all the cars I had. I had an LHS Chrysler at one time. Thing was fucking sick. It was like driving a boat. I love cars like that. My dad used to have Lincolns, and like you just like turn the wheel and
Big
it's like
town cars,
yeah. I had an LHS. I had a Honda, fucking whatever that little car was. I had. This is how quickly I don't. This is how much I don't care about cars. I can't even remember what I had.
Civic
what was
or something?
that?
Nah, it wasn't a Civic.
Was it a Fit?
No,
It
fuck
wasn't
no.
small. It
Element?
wasn't small.
No, fuck no.
What was it?
Don't fucking put me in a Fit or an Element, bro.
I said it like Donnie says it.
Was it a Honda or was it a Hyundai?
Hyundai
It was a Hyundai. That's what it was.
Accent?
Yeah. Hyundai Accent, probably.
Yeah,
or
I'm
like an
pretty sure.
Elantra or some shit.
Didn't have the Elantra. My girl
Didn't have
had the Elantra.
Your girl had the Elantra. It
Yeah.
was, so yeah, Hyundai Accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I had that. I had the LHS. I want to say a Taurus, a Ford Taurus. Maybe it was my
Taurus.
first one. And then now the minivan. That's 4. And you
Mini.
went through all yours. Volkswagen.
Yeah, I
Audi.
had one Toyota.
Nice
I had
Camry.
a Toyota. No, it was a Tacoma.
Word. I wanted a Camry real bad.
Yeah, dude, those are great cars. I kind of miss because I have an Audi now, and it like needs a lot of maintenance.
Yeah.
Like things are, you have to keep on top of it more. And like Toyota was just like, you change the oil in it.
It's
That's
fire.
it. It's fine. Like it doesn't. They're very low maintenance.
That's dope. What about you? What'd you have? You had 3.
So, well, first one doesn't count. My mom had an Acura, so I would rock that thing as soon as I could.
Why doesn't it count though?
Because it was her car.
Oh, you just like got and
Yeah,
taken.
I
It was
just-
given to you.
I just kind of, what do you call it?
Borrowed.
Yeah, borrowed. That's the word I'm looking for.
It was given to you.
No, I borrowed it. She would drive it too, but then I would
Oh.
like pick her up and drop her off from work and go skate the city in it and beat it up, and then eventually she actually did end up getting a minivan, and then I just rocked the Acura
Oh, dope.
till it died.
What
And
color was it?
Black.
Oh, all right. I was just picturing some crazy like fuchsia. Like
No, the black Acura. But
you
it
can't
was,
say that, dude.
well,
Not these days.
oh
You're
shit.
gonna get fucking canceled, fired, shot.
The car identifies as a puddle.
Puddle of shit.
So so then it was a Volvo, which was sick. That was like my actual first car.
Volvo.
An S80. I
Is
think?
Volvo the brand or the name of the car? Is Volvo its own thing?
brand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Volvo's its own thing.
Swedish. So that was a beast. That thing, it felt like it was a tank. It weighed so much. And then after that, I got a Subaru, which was a
Ooh.
weird choice.
Why? It's a chick car.
That's what they say. But honestly, it was wicked good in the snow. It was like really fun to drive, and it was small. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna trade this bitch in, and I got a better Volvo. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm rocking with now.
Funny you say that about Subarus because my girl has one, and I drove to New Hampshire yesterday, 2.5 hours. She's like, "You want to go to my dad's for Thanksgiving?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure." 2.5 hours, and she's like, "Oh, there's a snowstorm. They're gonna get a foot." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "Let's take my car. It'll be good in the snow." I'm like, "Okay," and it actually was.
Sick.
The Subaru actually handled it,
Yeah.
but it was
All-wheel drive.
yeah, it was fucking nice. We slid out a few times, but like nothing crazy. Just like kept the boat going, you know.
Yeah. Does it have an e-brake?
No, I don't think
It's
so.
one of those new ones.
Yeah, it's a newer one. But it handled the snow pretty damn good. 2.5 hours. We did the whole thing in the day. 2.5 hours in. Last half an hour was a snowstorm, so I had to go like 30 for like a half an hour. Hung out all day and then booted it on the way home. But same thing, 30 miles per hour for like the first half an hour, and then it was like rain after that.
Damn.
Her dad predicted that. He's like, "Don't worry about it. It's just gonna be the last 30 minutes of the trip," and then he was right.
What
so.
what part of New Hampshire?
Goshen. Oh, you guys got to come. Did you go up to Goshen before? We
Is
did a
that-
skate jam up there.
Yeah. Is that where like the Oyster Shack is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balthazar's.
Yeah, Balthazar.
Never even heard of it. I'd love to go.
It's near. You should
It's
come.
fire.
We do it. We've been doing the
It's a
last
cool
like
spot.
5 years. Her father has they bought a house on the base of Mount Sunapede right there.
Oh, sick.
So they have a house and they built this shack on the house and they cook hot food and ice cream. It's an ice cream shack. And they set it all up for hosting, and they've been doing that for years. So we all just go there, camp in their woods right there. There's a creek that runs through, and there's a fucking sick ass lake you can go swim in. And it's like beautiful nature, and then there's just some shitty ass skate park in the middle of New Hampshire,
Yeah.
right? It's
Are
just
they
like,
they were gonna do something with that park? No, were they gonna like
I don't think so.
renovate it or tear it down or like do something?
I don't.
No, 'cause
Nah.
what is it? Dover Park.
It's Mount. Maybe Washington? No, it's not Mount Washington. Claremont. It's right next to
Claremont,
it.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. Yep.
I don't think they're doing anything with it. I don't even know if people skate it. We do. It's fucking. We skate it every time. It's mad fun. It's just super small and like metal
They got that
ramps and
sick. Like they have like a really long like sea rail kind of thing that's
Yep.
like actually like tall-ish. It's like a nice flat bar, but it's just a big,
yeah.
big windy sea rail.
And then they got the hip. It's like a mellow hip, and they got like
Mini ramp.
metal table. Yeah, mini
Metal
ramp.
mini.
It's got like
That
if you
thing's
live
cool. I
there,
like the
you're
metal
hyped.
mini, yeah.
Yeah,
Metal table.
yeah.
I love me a metal
Yeah, dude,
table.
it's the same one like OMF, right?
Yep,
Yeah, same one as
exactly,
OMF.
dude.
They got little kickers, the little metal kickers. It's like that same kind of ramps, just like metal.
But so everyone shows up in the morning, sets up camp in the light, and then we head to the park. I set my PA system up, so we got fucking classic rock and fucking heavy metal going all day. And then, dude, we had like 40, 50 people show up and skate just last year. We do it like September-ish time. So, and we just do a skate jam, give out prizes and stuff. And then we all go back to Balthazar's, and I bought like $300 worth of fireworks, and we just fucking light them off in the parking lot. Dickie was running through them, like 20-shot fireworks, and he's just like running, boom, almost getting fucking taken out. One like hit his head and like fucking almost caught his hair on fire.
Not surprised.
Dude, but we had like fucking, like 24 like bricks of just 16-shot fucking fireworks and stuff.
Yeah. That's
fucking quite the show. And then we just camp out, fucking eat some good food all night, and fucking.
That's summer, man.
Yeah, Jensen greened out. Jensen's a newbie to fucking smoking weed. He got way too high.
Oh, no.
He was hitting Elijah's dad's pen, Tony's pen.
Oh my God.
And he didn't know, so he's just like fucking ripping it. And then Tony's looked at him like, you probably shouldn't like go so hard on the pen, dude. It's too late. I wasn't around for this because I was like playing host and trying to help everyone, but like everyone's like, Jensen left the next morning. He just freaked out and left. He got fucking super high, and all the kids, the Groms, were just like fucking with him, and he just couldn't handle it.
I got a story about greening out.
Tell.
Sean and I and Jay and
that's such a good story.
Poirier?
Who was it? Yeah, it was me, Jay Poirier, Jake Littlefield, and Sean, and we were going to San Francisco. So we all got in a hotel room, and it pretty much out at Logan, and went out to dinner. We're like doing like the adult thing, and then got back to the bedroom, and like just everybody's just we're just ripping drinks, and Sean's got these cookies, man, and they were like these little innocent looking chocolate chip cookies, and like I probably had like I did a spliff, and I was just chilling. I was regulated. And then I'm like, fuck, it's like a little cookie. I don't know what was in that cookie, dude, but
it was just weed.
I woke,
weed cookies.
I was already like high from something, like the spliff, but then I ate that. I have a photo of it. It's half of a cookie with like this fat chocolate chip hanging off, and I don't know how many milligrams of what was in there.
Dude, I don't either, honestly. So I just
Clearly.
I was the reason why we made the flight. Everybody, but I don't know, like if everybody felt like I did when I woke up. But I woke up and I felt like
Jay.
SpongeBob.
Jay, both him and Jay were
Like,
on the plane, and they were like, "We still feel high from."
I was
last
high
night."
for
I was like, dude, I'm fine.
12 hours,
I ate
dude.
a bunch of cookies too.
12 hours. Oh my god. Like I woke up and I was like, I don't know if I can go through TSA.
Wow.
And yeah, like in
Almost ruined
SpongeBob,
the trip.
he runs out of water.
Yeah.
He's like holding his pink. Like I was like that going through Logan.
You're like fucking feel dehydrated and like fucking tweaking.
Dude, so I'm the first one up. I look in the mirror. I can't even open my eyes. And I'm like, how are we going to do this? And I'm like, guys, everybody get up. Let's go. We got to make this plane. We go down that escalator. Remember how many people were in line and how long the line was? I didn't know what line or... Dude, there was like...
I was just in like autopilot.
There had to be like 1,200 people checking bags and like just in line. And I was like, we might miss this flight. And I have TSA pre from like work and just traveling a bunch for film.
It's a weird brag, but go ahead.
Didn't even use it because I was so messed up. Like I didn't even want to show anybody my ID because they would see my ID and they'd be like, that is not you.
You're an Asian man.
I could not.
You're like, this ID is not an Asian person.
My eyes were as red as my sweatshirt. I couldn't open them. It was nuts. I was on the plane.
Man.
I was like, getting on the plane was cool, but like I still felt like I greened out.
That feels like a nightmare because like I always have like a low level of anxiety getting on planes because I can't help but think like my mortality, you're going up in a fucking plane and you're like, you play the scenario in your head, but if I was fucking that high, I feel like it would just be way worse.
Yeah, it was terrible. And it's funny because like I've done this before where I've like eaten a brownie and thinking it was cool to like go fly to Mexico like years and years ago and just semi greened out, but like made it I was by myself. But this time it was like I didn't come back down from that cookie until like what did we go skate 3rd and Army that night?
Yeah, that was the first night we went skating.
I was like, yeah, we got like a little bit of food, went to 3rd and Army, and by then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, this was definitely at least 8 hours, 12 out, more than 12 hours after I ate the cookie, but like
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe when they made it, it was like the pan was like lopsided, so it all just fucking went to like one corner, and you got that chocolate chip that was just super super high.
I don't even do edibles. I can't even eat them anymore. After that,
Damn.
Sorry, Sean. But
Fucking quitter.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, maybe I'll nibble on like a tiny piece of whatever you ever give me again, but like,
You need something with a label on it.
Sounds like you have trust
not
issues.
A cookie in a little plastic bag.
dude, I couldn't even describe. Like, that was a bad description of how I even felt. Like, I felt like a red raisin that couldn't open its eyes, like a mole, like walking through Boston, like Logan, dude. Just
Yeah.
but you know, it wore off. I was okay.
You live, you learn. You know.
Well,
Don't eat cookies from Sean. They're too gnarly.
or just like have like a quarter of it.
I have a similar story, and I've already told it a million times on the podcast, so I won't reiterate it. But Jeff, he gave me some sort of like hash oil pill, something. He came back from SF. Funny, it has to do with SF. But he came back from there, and I was bragging about how I wanted to like fucking basically trip balls and lose my mind. I'm like, I just need to fucking go out of my fucking mind. Like, I want to get really high. And he gave me some fucking down the rabbit hole shit, dude. And I was fucking out for a whole day. Same type of shit. Except I tried to take a shower thinking it would help. And it didn't work. So then I just ended up in my like spare, it was at the time, it was the All I Need warehouse / podcast studio. And I just ended up in there. I had a towel on at one point after the shower, but then I just was like, out of control, so I'm just naked on my floor. And then Jeff and my girl just keeps coming in like throughout the day, like every few hours or whatever. I don't even know. I was so high. And they're just like, you okay? And I'm just like literally laying on the floor, and I'm looking up, and it's just, I feel like I'm in a grave. Like literally, that's how everything seemed. I felt like I was down in something, and it was like walls, and then they would come and look in at me. And I'm just like, and they would ask me a question, and I don't even know if they got a response or if I was like, ooh, you know? But I was so high, I just couldn't get out of this fucking pit. I was in a pit, dude.
Were you hungry?
No, I was just fucking in it. I thought I was gonna die. I was like, this is never gonna end. Went on for hours. Fucking brutal.
Damn, now I know to not take a hash pill.
Yeah, it was like a hash oil pill or something. I'm not even like, I was always really careful with weed because my mom, she'd fucking indulge for everyone more than enough, you know? So I was always cautious. But I dabbled when I was older instead of when I was younger. When I was real little, I smoked some weed in the trailer park, you know? But then I kind of just stopped because I wanted to be a pro skateboarder, and I was like, this shit costs money. And, like, everyone getting high was just hanging out in a trailer park. I'm like, this ain't going to work for me. It ain't going to work, so.
It's also, back then I'm sure it was different, but then on the East Coast it's just cold, and, like, you can't really enjoy it if you're trying to skate. Like, out in the West Coast, it's like you get warm weather, just the weed makes that better, and it's just in the culture a little easier.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, nowadays I got it down.
Yeah.
Although I did stop smoking for a while just recently, but I smoked again the other day because I was like, all right, I feel a little better. Like when you have a kid, it's just like stress and anxiety, and like I didn't want to be high. You know, I don't want to heighten how I feel. I was like kind of like taking everything in. Plus, I didn't want to miss anything with him because I'm like, I realized if I get high and then the next day I'm like tired and hungover, basically, you know, whether people don't want to admit it, but weed definitely, especially me, because weed gets me fired up. Some people smoke weed and they're just like, I'm going to bed. I'm the opposite, dude. I'll stay up and fucking do it. So I was like, I can't smoke weed. But then it's been like a year, and Wilder and I are kicking, so I'm like, all right, I can smoke a little weed here and there, try to trust myself again, not feel so hungover, you know?
Nice.
How was the holidays, boys? Sean, what'd you do?
It was chill. I just saw my family.
Did you get some good food or what?
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you got there? What'd you have?
Some turkey.
Fire.
Brussels sprouts. Some cousin made some garlic aioli. It was super good.
Aioli. What's aioli?
Garlic aioli.
It's like a sauce, right?
It's like a sauce. It's like a dipping sauce. It's kind of like mayonnaise with like garlic.
Sick.
Like I don't know. I don't really know exactly what it is.
You just fucking took it down,
it was
though.
good. I just took it down. Yeah.
Sick. What about you?
So I got a kind of a big family, and we got to make a bunch of stops. Alex and I, Alex is my wife, for those who don't know. But my grandma, she's an Italian lady. She does like huge antipasto with the prosciutto and like the whole spread, you know, the Italian ham and all that. So
What a legend.
I literally like I go there as early as I can, and I don't even have to eat anything after like after that.
Yeah.
Usually I do, but this time I was on the Grey Goose pretty heavy. We were doing the dry martinis with 3 olives. So for the holidays, I was like, "You want a martini?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, sure." Yeah, so those were flowing. And then they made the turkey, and then we left to go somewhere else. So I visited my mom's dad. They were making it. I didn't even eat over there. I just said hi. But they were shooting the turkey in the oven. And then Alex's mom had like 25 people over.
Nice.
I don't even think I ate anything.
You were still jammed up from the
Yeah.
first spot.
Yeah, still jammed up doing the goose. But, I kind of regret it. Like, I woke up wicked hungry this morning, and I was like, dude, I didn't eat any turkey.
Should have got some leftovers, bro.
I know. I was
That's when you grab the turkey, make yourself a sandwich. Dude.
Facts.
blew
Nice
it.
tomato, onion.
There's always next
Oh.
year.
Yeah. Yeah, we went, like I said, we went to my lady's father's house, and they cooked turkey. All the, I love fucking stuffing. I love taking everything. Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday. And I like putting everything on my plate and just gravy all over it and just mushing it all together. I don't know if you guys do that as well, but that's how I handle shit.
Like a smoothie.
Yeah, basically. We got stuffing, mashed potatoes,
Like
fucking
burrito
corn on
bowl.
top, turkey, chop it up so you got floating turkey in that bitch, maybe cranberry sauce. Fucking fire.
I kind of do that. I mean, I usually kind of I'll break it into sections. And then I'll like pair different things and like try different combos
Alright.
of the plate. Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
kind of a good way to go about it.
Yeah. That's kind of what I do there.
It's my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving, because family and fucking food is the best. Even if it's not my family, which a lot of my Thanksgivings weren't my family. They're other people's families. But people just come together and usually act pretty cool,
Yeah.
So,
It's also cool because like you don't have to. I was talking to my dad about this. Like you don't have to bring presents and worry about like this and that and all this. Like everybody's just trying to get together to eat.
yeah,
So
exactly.
It's kind of cool like that. There's not like pressure to like give everybody something or whatever
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Cook some food.
Yeah, I think
some
that
food.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think that's why it's probably one of my favorite holidays because, growing up, it's like we didn't really have much. So, but my mom would always, you get the fucking food stamps and you fucking get all the food. And my mom and my sister love cooking because they could always cook a lot of food for everyone, and it's like low pressure. And that's definitely one of the reasons why I like it for sure.
Oh yeah.
They have football going? Is
Yeah.
football started? Yeah.
Yep.
Was there a game on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think there were a couple games.
Okay. I like watching football. A little bit. I don't really keep up with it, but I can watch a game and get fucking fired up for no reason,
I stopped caring. Tom Brady isn't a quarterback anymore.
Yeah, we call you fair weather. It's fine.
That's-
Fair weather friend.
Yeah, Alex's family was huge Patriots fans, or should I say Tom Brady fans, and now it's kind of like they'll watch a game, but it's not the same vibe as like when
Yeah.
Uncle Tommy was,
Yeah.
He's
throwing-
announcing, right? Is he
throwing
still
the
doing
rock.
that?
I don't know. Dude, I literally, I stopped watching football.
No idea.
Once Tom Brady retired.
I'm
Once he left the Patriots, not even when he retired. Once he left the Patriots, I was like,
Did you watch the roast? It's pretty funny.
I watched some of it. I haven't watched it all the way through. I have like a bad habit of not watching things all the way
I
through.
don't know,
I start
SNL?
and fall asleep.
Saturday Night Live roast. What was
No,
it?
they did like a roast of Tom Brady and everyone came in. It was fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
It was like the first roast where like everyone was like, yeah, fuck all the censorship stuff and just say whatever the fuck you want. So they just pushed the boundaries. So it's really entertaining. It's on Netflix. And it was like the most watched thing ever or something like that.
Damn.
And they just they were being ruthless. It was sick. It
Jeez.
was like watching raw comedy but on a roast,
I'm gonna have to peep that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think I watched the whole thing, but I don't really remember. What's up skating wise? Have you been anywhere traveling? You've been improv, right?
Yeah.
Have you gone out and traveled a little bit?
So, yeah, Alex and I got married in June. Yeah, I can't do dates right now, but I should
Okay.
know that date.
June, yeah.
No, did we?
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, no. So we did a honeymoon, and then it was like a mini moon. My stepsisters got married in London, and so we went to London, and then went to Ireland, and so I got a chance to skate in London a bit. I went to what do you call it? The thing under the bridge.
Oh, come on. I know this.
It's gonna come to me in like 5 seconds.
The Meanwhile Gap or there's a gap there.
There's a gap, a stair set. Why can't I think of the name
The bank.
of it?
They put the bench into the bank and like.
It is called.
Get it. Get it.
No, it's called something with bank.
South Bank.
South
Banks. Thank you. Fuck
South
yeah.
Bank.
That's what's called, South Bank. So got to skate
Something
that.
bank.
That was really fun. I was on like a timeline, so I couldn't. She was like, he skated for like 2 hours, but it was really like 30 minutes. I mean, but yeah, no, it was sick. London's got crazy spots, wicked good food, and yeah, I got a little clip at South Bank, and then Ireland was definitely not as good for skating. I don't know if either of you have been to Ireland, but
I've been. It's been a long time, but I
yeah.
went. Yeah.
So Al's Irish, and she, just kind of wanted to do a week out there. So we stayed in Temple Bar, which is just like this insane party the whole time. Like there's bars everywhere, just people throwing up and like all this stuff and just like loud music. And I was like, we probably should have not got a hotel here. But
It's like Mardi Gras.
but it was sick because like we did that, and then we would go out and like do these little tours and like go see like castles and stuff. But there's a couple like chill skate parks, not too many spots. So I got to skate this another skate park I can't really remember the name of, but it was all like in that downtown Dublin kind of scene.
You were just by yourself. You were the only one with the board.
Just me and Al, yeah. And
That's good.
like people would show up, like she would just be like, "What do I do while you're skating?" And I was like, "No, just kind of hang out." And,
Learn to juggle.
yeah, learn to juggle.
Bring your crochet kit.
But
Make a blanket.
it was cool. Like there were these little dudes kind of running around.
Leprechauns.
Yeah. If I could bring up the video of these kids, you'd
So
be like,
stupid.
"Oh, those kids are definitely leprechauns." But no, they would every time I would like fall or like not just miss a trick, they'd be like, "Oh, hard luck, man," and they'd be like, "You can't skate over there." And they were like the owners, these two kids that like own the skate park, and then I would just be like, "Oh, I did my thing," and then we left. But the locals, like a couple of guys showed up that were rippers, and like they were really cool. They were like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" And they're like, "Yo, yeah, like north of." They were like south of Boston. I was like, yeah, Rhode Island, and they've been a couple of guys out there went to Boston to skate on a few trips, and yeah, it was cool. So that's kind of, but it wasn't a skate trip, it was just like kind of like a go explore with the wife, and yeah.
Yeah, sometimes that's just fun,
Yeah, it was cool.
just random. I went out there to both those places, England and Scotland, on Fibro days. We did a tour out there long time ago. It was mad fun though. Just skated. Fibro trips were the fucking sickest because those dudes are just raw and real. So like, I mean, the team's completely different now, but back then it was just Steve Rodriguez and Mark Nardelli, and we would just travel around and fucking go to like the most random parking lots and do demos and fucking we'd hang out with the shop people, and they would fucking we'd get drugs and fucking alcohol and just like end up at someone's house, and it's like the pros are here, and like it was just fucking crazy. We'd peel out after every demo and shit. So same shit, and he took us overseas. It was pretty awesome. And I remember Ireland was fun, but it definitely, I think if I remember correctly, the spots are kind of like there was more parks than spots maybe.
Yeah,
Or
definitely
something
more
like
parks.
that, yeah.
Sorry, Al. June 29th was our wedding. I just had to look at my phone because I totally forgot of that date. It was June 29th.
That was your wedding?
Yeah.
Where'd you get married?
So Alex's stepbrother, my longtime friend Colin, has a house in North Smithfield.
Mm-hmm.
Nice backyard, so we did it in his backyard.
That's rad. Very, you made the move, dude.
Yeah.
You put a ring on it.
Put a ring on it.
Fuck yeah.
She did too. Yep.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
That's sick. I'm married. I got married.
Congrats.
I got married over a phone call, a FaceTime.
Really?
Yeah.
That was probably like a 10-cent marriage.
My cousin married us too.
Nice.
He's like a ordained minister or whatever.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, he like did it online or something, and he like it's legit. And then I just FaceTime her. I'm like, "Is this cool?" She has a screenshot, and her friend framed it. We have it framed. It's a screenshot of the phone call. But we got married. It was because we were having a baby, and we're like, we might as well get married. Because neither of us really had like an idea of a wedding that we wanted, so we're just like,
Yeah.
it's more practical, like let's just get married. So we're about to have a kid. We own a house together. It's like, just do it, You didn't really have like a vision, and I didn't either. I wanted to get married though, and I still kind of want to have a wedding.
Just have a party.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, cause my idea of a wedding, or like, my idea of a wedding is like, fucking somewhere beautiful with. I'll actually grab one of those now if you don't mind. A Stella. My idea of a wedding is like somewhere beautiful with people you love. Like I kind of want it like Thanksgiving, you know, but somewhere beautiful. Low pressure, show up, fucking hang out, watch people get married. There's all this fucking shit that comes with these things, you know? It becomes a whole thing more than I'm ready for.
You're telling me.
And it's like hard to like realistically be like, dude, we're going to have all these people here. It's like, we got to draw the line somewhere. Like this is going to break the bank at some point, you know?
Yeah, we broke the bank.
Yeah, well, so I also am not mad at that either.
No, it was worth it. It was like looking back on it. I mean, it was the most money I've ever spent in my entire life. But it was such a good day. We got so lucky. It was so fun. Everybody liked. I mean, the food's a big thing. Like, if there was something wrong with the food, I mean, I probably would still be hearing about it from like my grandparents or some shit. But the food was dope. Everybody liked the food. And
What'd you get? What'd you have?
Who'd you have cater it?
Ralph's Catering.
Like the grocery store?
Is that some Cranston shit?
No, yeah, it's just a spot. It's like this little spot in Cranston, and
That's
these
dope.
people just like rip this food, like kill it.
Fucking tight.
And yeah, they showed up, they hit home runs, and
What was the food? What was on the menu? What are we
So,
talking? What were our choices here?
chicken salt and buca, which is like just like a nice chicken with prosciutto, the Italian ham, and some other stuff. And then I think we had like penne with pink vodka sauce, and then a choice of steak if you didn't want the chicken, and then a bunch of sick like little appetizers. Scallops wrapped in bacon's a must.
Yep. Fire.
I think we had like these little they were like I don't know, they had like this special sauce on them. It's funny because like there's a few things about the wedding I just can't really remember because of the planning and how like intense it was to just be done with it.
Yeah.
So I kind of like put that to like a section in my brain where I don't need to worry about it anymore. And it's like, oh shit, what did we eat? Like, what did, that person say to me? Like, it's just, it goes by so fast that
Plus,
like,
it's like so overwhelming. You're getting married. I'm sure you had like teary eyes at some point. You're
Dude.
like, this is happening, bro.
totally almost cried. Like some people choose not to like do their vows like out in the open. We did ours, just went for it with everybody there. And like,
Did you both said like had a speech?
yeah, we both had a vow dedicated to each other. And yeah, it's,
Did you have a ghostwriter?
no. Like,
Sean like that?
yeah, I had Sean just write something up quick.
Yo,
It's like,
do be fine, girl.
10 minutes before he smokes a bowl and eats his Brussels sprouts and just writes me a vow.
He ate the edible that you've tweaked you
Oh
out.
my
And he wrote
God.
some shit.
But no, it's I filmed the wedding the other
That's
day.
how I'm doing it.
I filmed the wedding the other day, and like our two friends were just like, no, we got to do our vows together alone, and we want them filmed, but we don't want to. And just the tears were flowing, like you could tell, like it was just tough for them to like, But I had some really funny distractions. My little niece was like running around, just flopping, asking, just saying funny shit, and I was like, okay, I can think about that. I can read my vows, and I won't cry.
Yeah, what a legend.
Yeah.
That's cool. She's doing that. I love when little kids are clutch.
Yeah.
Kids know. Kids
Super.
fucking know.
Super helpful.
I went to Gunin's wedding. It was sick, and they did a dance together. They like choreographed a dance. That was
So-
cool.
Yeah, Alex and we practiced a dance for I think 4 months, and
You did it too?
we did a choreographed dance with the help of her auntie Tracy, who's like a ballroom dance just teacher, all around amazing dancer. And Alex is a dancer, so like I knew it was coming. She wanted me to dance, so like yeah, we learned to dance. and
What do
did
you
it.
mean she's a dancer? Like
Like
she just likes to dance?
contemporary, commercial, hip hop, weird stuff. She teaches at like Franklin School of Performing Arts, and yeah, like hip hop and contemporary dance. And
That's sick.
yeah,
That's so cool.
And yeah, what is it? Tracy, her auntie, was just like very like more of like a ballroom. I don't know. They can go anywhere and like learn to dance and like do this dance move and in like 5 minutes.
That's sick.
Yeah, and
It's like they're skating.
It's like they're skating, yeah. But like we can pretty much throw down a board in a lot more places than it's like. Actually, no. You can pretty much dance anywhere you can skate.
Dude, we went two different times. One was in Connecticut at Heaven, that skate park. Some chick showed up and she was drinking probably what we're drinking now. She was drinking beers and she was just dancing her heart out, getting drunk by herself, just dancing. And I was like, whoa, this chick just like is really into dance. And she probably went to the skate park because like she didn't feel judged, you know, because it's like we're falling on our faces, you know.
Yeah.
And then I thought that was cool because she danced for like an hour and I was like, this chick's like breaking a sweat. Then this other street spot I was at, this chick showed up, but she was the opposite. She was on like angel dust or some shit. She was fucking glassy eyed and she was fucking moaning and humping shit, but like dancing in between and then like basically fingering herself at the spot.
Jeez.
We all stopped.
Where were you?
Fuck. I don't even know. I think Fall River maybe. That might be a guess, but it was getting dark, and we all just stopped skating. We're like watching her. We're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And she was just like, went up to a pole and was like, like literally fucking dry humping it, and she was so fucked up.
Damn.
It was kind of sketchy at the end because we're like, dude, like this chick's out here, like clearly can't, like she's in a whole nother dimension.
Yeah.
She was like you when you took the edible.
No, I wasn't humping anything.
But I mean, like you needed help, you know?
Yeah, I needed it. But sounds like you're at Kennedy Plaza or something.
And
Yeah,
but yes,
shit.
what's that?
Oh, I was saying Kennedy Plaza. That's
Yeah.
something that would happen at Kennedy Plaza.
Yeah, for sure.
It's probably happening right now there. Yeah.
She at the end it was sketchy because she fucking lurked off, and like we saw her lurking off down the alleyway or whatever, and then like these two dudes came walking mad fast behind, and we were like, are they following? Like we couldn't tell what was going on.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was a little hairy, but she was out, so I was like, she's pretty fast, so like she fucking tweaked out.
Yeah.
Street life, you know.
Street life.
Shit gets weird out there, dude.
Does get weird.
In one of my vlogs, I have some footage of her fucking moaning and dry humping. It's at
You
night.
filmed it?
Yeah, I mean,
How long ago was that?
a year or two, maybe 2 years, maybe not. Yeah, I just filmed like a little
Over
bit.
near like Bridge Spot.
I don't even remember. I'd have to go back and watch the vlog and remember. It's too many of them, you know.
Sounds scary. Sounds like Halloween.
She seemed like she was having a good time, but she was definitely just out there. I was like, she's probably been molested or something, and she's just on drugs and reliving it every day, which is a nightmare. I know. It's a fucking nightmare.
That's dark.
But it's like,
Yeah.
you can't, what can you do? It's like,
Dance it off.
yeah, like, well, just in our situation too, like, what are we going to do? Grab her and fucking.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, she was like,
Here's
trying
water.
to hump you or something. I'm like, no thanks.
Dangerous.
Yeah, you know how it
You
is.
could get bad germs that way.
Yeah, exactly, dude. But it was a weird night. You know, the fucking street skating gets you into weird shit.
It does.
Like that one time when I was improv and the fucking guy tried to convince me to let him blow me. That video's online too somewhere.
I feel like I heard about that, but I don't think I've seen the video.
It's on there. I think it's like
Where were you?
Anthony Shetler Parental Advisory or something like that. I think I titled it Improv up at I should have got the space heater too because this thing would be so warm right now. Sorry about that.
It was at the school, right? Was that at
It's at the top of it was at the top of is it the Granny Banks? And there's that 5 stair,
yeah.
right? People hit this little stairs and
Yep.
That makes sense.
yeah, we were up there and I was filming Jensen try to like V-heel the stairs. This was a while ago. And the dude just came up, and it was during COVID. He had a mask on and everything, and he's just like mumbling. He's like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? I'm filming him. What the fuck are you saying? He's just getting closer, mumbling. I'm like, speak up. I can't hear you. And then he's just like clearly like, why won't you let me blow you? Exact words. I was like, whoa, dude.
What?
I was like, it's a compliment, but no thanks, dude.
Yeah.
For like the video, if you watch it, it's like 7 minutes of this dude just trying verbally to talk me into letting him blow me. And I'm just like, back up, dude. COVID's going on.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Even if it wasn't COVID, man.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Maybe not.
A free blowjob, Eddie.
A blowjob's a blowjob.
You're gonna
dude.
pass one up?
Yeah.
A street blowjob? You're gonna pass it up, bro?
An SB. Sorry, Nike.
Don't be sorry. They get whatever they deserve.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was I was at Salon once. It's a bar in Providence. It was popping. It was like a summer night, packed. And this guy was like coming on to me at the bar, and I was talking to him, but then he started getting closer and closer and was like, "Hey, like, I was in the midst of, I think I was doing the Corona and Limes that night."
Nice.
And like in the midst of him like leaning over to like ask if he can kiss me or something, I'm doing the lime, I'm jamming it in the Corona, squirts him right in the eye, and he was so fucking mad at me. And then I was like, oh, perfect. Like that got me out of this situation. Just kind of weird. Like
You gave him the money shot, bro.
Yeah, the lime shot.
He's
I'll
like-
never forget that. Just like, but I'm not gonna like be confrontational and be like, dude, like, bro, like. But it was just like,
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta let the lime do the work.
Wise words, dude.
Yeah.
I was the same way. I didn't even get mad. I was just like, yo, thank you for the compliment. Like, I appreciate this, but no, I'm a heterosexual. I got a girl. Like, I was just like breaking it down for him. But I think that was turning him on, like even more. So I was like, maybe I should have got pissed and aggro. I didn't have a lime. I needed a lime to fucking right in his fucking eye.
Yeah, no, it was like, because I do the thing where I flip the bottle and I let the lime kind of climb to the top,
yeah.
and then you flip it. But I think in the midst of that, I just, because I was trying to jam the lime through the top.
Yeah.
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 But it worked, got out of that one.
I like the way this is turning. I want to note that we've talked very little about skating. I like that though, because like,
That's hilarious.
why not? I got some fucking younger day stories, embarrassing ones that I'm not proud of. There was I probably told it on the podcast, but fuck it. Maybe this will open up some stories of you guys. I grew up in the fucking trailer park, so trailer park kids, we'd get like cases of old English 40s. Do you remember when you could buy a case of 40s? I don't even know if you can do that anymore.
I
haven't-
I haven't
Probably,
had a
right?
40 in years, dude.
Me neither. Remember that?
Me and John Nestor would rip 40s sometimes at his house.
Yeah. John's ripping, dude.
John is ripping. I mean, and
Non-stop.
if you want to have a conversation about weed, that's the guy to talk to. He has a very interesting but good perspective on it. But I'll keep going about the 40s.
He's a weedologist.
Yeah, he's
Nice.
a woodologist.
Yeah, we would buy like a case of 40s and just hang out in a fucking trailer. It was during a snowstorm in New Hampshire, and there was this girl there, and she was fucking hot. And there was a guy there that was like, when the dude is like, he's like, I'm gonna hook up with her, that type of shit. And he's like claiming her and all this stuff. So that was the case, and I'm just laying back, like whatever, not even really giving a fuck, But the girl's like, she's drunk, and she's like, I'm going out into this fucking snowstorm to go visit my friend, and nobody wants to go with her, and she's going regardless. So I'm like, fuck, I didn't even want to go. Sitting there drinking my fucking 40, listening to probably some Wu-Tang at the time. And but I ended up being like, we can't just let this chick go out into the fucking snowstorm by herself. Plus, she was pretty a smoke show. So I'm like, well, maybe if I just like go with her, she'll like, we'll get away from this fucking Pepe Le Pew type fucking guy trying to put hands on her. So I follow her out there, and we fucking start like halfway through the walk in the snowstorm. We start making out and shit on this like road, but it's mad dark. And she fucking pulls me off the road into the snow, basically. It's like a foot of snow. And I take my hoodie off and I put it down because I'm like, I'm going to layer on my hoodie, Like,
Blanket.
yeah. And we tried to do it, but it was too cold. Everything was too tight.
Oh my god.
Everything wasn't working. There's no way for foreplay to actually work. It was so cold, And
That is crazy.
and I probably didn't know what I was doing. We were like young, It's like fucking no parents around, just fucking bunch of kids in the trailer park doing stupid shit. But yeah, so didn't work. Just fooled around a little bit, didn't work. We get to our friend's house, no one's there. So it was a fucking waste of time. We go all the way back to the trailer. We walk in. This fucking dude's so mad. because he's like, he already is like suspecting it. You know, he's like, oh, that fucking guy like went with her, and he fucking definitely. And I walk in the door of the fucking trailer, and the girl walks in first. I walk in. He's looking me dead in the eyes, and he goes like this. He just looks at me, and then he looks down, and then he looks back up, and he's so mad. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look down at my knees, and they're fucking soaked. Because I was on my knees trying to, like, do it.
No.
So he looks, and he just sees my knees. Big wet stains on my pants. And he just he was so mad. He didn't say anything to me, but, like, I thought we were going to fight. The tensions were high that night, boys.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
That
you
was
didn't have your
crazy.
lime on you, man.
No, dude. Fucking squirt, bitch.
Yeah.
We out. I'm not a big fighter. I fought a lot when I was younger in middle school because I had anger issues, but I don't know if I won them all, you know? And then I just stopped fighting because it's so fucking stupid unless you have to. Yeah, that's my story.
Nice.
Sean, you've definitely gotten into some shit, dude. Don't act like you haven't. You got anything in that bank there?
Nah.
Oh, bullshit,
I haven't gotten
dude.
into any like interesting fights. It's mostly just like fucking dumb bar fights or like just
Yeah,
nothing good.
nothing like that.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Nah, fighting.
I almost feel like your mic's not working again. Pull it up to your mouth.
Check.
Oh, no, it's working.
Yeah,
you're
you're
just
good.
quiet. He's just quiet as
Just
fuck.
a little quiet. I gotta hold it up close.
There we
that
go.
Brussels sprout bowl he hit
Yeah.
before this podcast.
What about you? Got anything? Any embarrassing? Nothing?
Just hot. I mean, I have some super. I'll tell you one embarrassing
Yes.
story. But I used to.
Fuck yeah.
I used to fight in hockey a lot. I played hockey for, I want to say 14 years, from like the age of 7 to like high school,
Nice.
and there was always fights, but nothing like in the streets really.
Yeah.
But you know, did self-defense martial arts training a little bit, and then but never had to really use it.
Nice.
Um,
Were you any good at hockey?
Yeah, so I was fast and I had good hands, but I just wasn't tall enough. And once I realized that, like, you know, to keep going or like I probably, if I wanted to, I could have like did the whole like college frat hockey kid thing, but I was just not like, skateboarding completely took over when I realized that like all these kids who were over 6 feet were just like dominating the ice.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are some really good short hockey players, but I just was like, you know, skateboarding was telling me to keep skateboarding.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
so that's where I went.
Skateboarding's way cooler.
Yeah.
Way cooler. I mean, I still dream about hockey and stuff, but like I would never regret the choice I made to focus on skateboarding. So
Dude, you should get in that pickup league with Dan Chak and Guido.
there's a couple pickup leagues going around, man, but I just honestly, like, when it comes to like the time I have between work and stuff, it's like I have to choose skateboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to, like, I know I'm 30, for the record, I'm 32, and I know that,
Oh,
like,
you're fucking dead, dude.
yeah, right? He's 25. He looks like he's 32.
32 is
Or
still young.
he
dude.
could be 18. I don't know.
32 is young. Don't let the world fool you.
Well, no, like, now, like, you'll see, like, a lot of pro skateboarders are, like, still doing it in their, like, 50s and 60s, and it's so inspiring, and I think that's sort of, I like that trend. I mean, I know in my head I have, like, 8 years left of jumping, maybe, but that's why I'm kind of putting skateboarding first when I have, like, the opportunity to do it. So
Wait, you're 32?
Yeah.
And you're saying 8 years of jumping?
yeah, so until I'm 40, I can still, you know, like, try to flip my board down, like, at least anywhere from 8 to, I don't want to put a number on it, but a large amount of stairs, right? Like, because who knows? Like,
No, it's true.
you find the right rail, the right hubba, and it works that day, and the homies are there, and everything's happening, and it's just like it's easy when it's like that.
Yeah, it's beautiful when that happens.
Yeah.
I love that.
Um.
The cool thing about skating is you can adjust your skating to your age, you know?
Totally. Yeah.
Style actually matters in skateboarding. Although some people don't think so, but I think so.
You
I'd
have
rather
to.
see something done well in like on something smaller but with your own unique style.
Simple.
Yeah, like
very
clean,
well,
like
yeah.
with feeling and a heartbeat and maybe good music behind it. Like I like that all day, you know. There's an audience for everything is what I'm getting at, you know. So
Rather watch Gino push.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, and then you can go as long as your heart will let you. You know, if your heart's in it and you got the fire. I mean, people are at 50 right now adjusting their skating, and it's still entertaining as fuck. You know,
Oh yeah,
and it's like you're still enjoying it and still making it happen. So,
dude, I had a
Andy Mack in the Olympics.
and
did he have a yellow helmet on in the Olympics? Anyone know? He did.
Fucking bet.
Nice. That's his trademark.
For the UK though, I don't think he rode for the US.
Wow, really?
I'm pretty
No
sure he
way.
rode for the UK.
We're gonna pull the phone out
Yeah,
for
pull
this
fact
one.
Check that.
That's insane.
Pretty sure.
it was cool. A couple of summers ago, like the Adidas team came through, and then there was I got to like have like pretty much dinner with Daewon.
What?
I'm not sure how old.
Beer with day one.
Yeah, we were just drinking beer and
Wow.
hanging out, like boozing it.
What?
I got to meet Milligan and stuff, but like
Who? Wait, Milligan.
Matt.
Oh, nice.
But I'm
Matt,
trying to
too.
think of like how old Daewon is. Like he's still just a complete ninja skateboard master.
He's
and,
the outlier.
and he's
He's got to be 50, right?
he's definitely got like a
He's
over
later
a,
40s.
yeah, he's got a decade on me for sure
Yeah.
or more. But he's just so, yeah. I mean, insane.
Wow, British skateboarder Andy Mack reflects on the spirit of the occasion. Andy Mack is British? There's no fucking way.
I had no
We're
idea.
doing more digging here.
I mean-
Is that how he found the loophole? He's like, it's like joining the Jamaican bobsled team, but he should join the British skateboard team.
I feel like that's kind of a thing in a lot of the like Olympic situations. It's like who you represent, or I don't know if it's based on like where you were born. I really
You
don't-
can't just join the fucking British skateboard team if
He
you're
must have
not
been-
born
he
in
must have been
British.
born there.
Britain?
Yeah, he
must have
probably
been
had to be born there, right? Is that how that works?
Really early.
I don't know, but this
I don't know
is.
how it works.
I mean, I'm fine with it, but it doesn't seem right.
If you have dual citizenship,
It doesn't.
So yeah, that's
maybe
it.
that's the loophole. Like,
You have
get
to be a
dual
citizen of
citizenship
that
and you can
country?
pick one, yeah, maybe.
Well, like if Nigel wants to join the Olympics, he could just quit and like. It's working.
Yeah, it's still-
He's just mad quiet.
You
That's
gotta-
all right.
Moving the mic away.
Or like
You gotta suck on that. thing.
Augustus Galoo from Charlie and the Chocolate
lollipop.
Factory.
Yeah, you
Remember
gotta-
when he eats the microphone?
Oh yeah.
Oh god, it's good shit.
Andy Mack. Birth.
Town.
Origin.
Origin.
So retarded.
It's like it's like
Origin
it's
of
like
Andy Mack.
Jupiter.
Where was he born?
His mama shoot him out.
Yeah. That sounds like a book title or something. Where'd mama shoot you out? Where was he born? Dude, that's insane because he seems like the most American, like he should have been from Kansas or like the middle, like some cornfield. Like I think he's from Boston. I've always
That's what-
associated Andy Mack
Oh,
with Massachusetts.
actually,
Associated
so-
him with Boston too. 'cause
We're
he was-
in the
he
state.
was super hyped up on the Vans Park.
Mike Bell would know.
He helped with the design of
'Cause
it.
we interviewed him, but I forgot like the whole content of the whole interview. We went to what was this?
Melrose, Mass.
What's the skate park
where he was
that he's
born?
always at in San Diego?
I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to Andy Mack.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, he's Massachusetts for sure.
Born in Massachusetts with a father from Luton. I don't know what that is.
So wait,
McDonald.
how did he get on the British Olympic team?
Will before. Yeah, how is
gonna-
that possible?
He's gonna listen to this and come.
He's 51.
Come after
Andy
us,
Mack should
man.
have represented Boston.
Andy Mack is not listening to
Boston
this
and
shit.
the USA.
He someone might
The
share it
Olympics.
with him, but
Yeah.
he ain't listening to this.
Dude, they're talking about where you were from.
I've definitely talked shit on Andy Mack on this podcast. There was one time, and I'm sorry, Andy, we can still be friends, but there was one time we were at something, I can't remember, it might have been like a dude tour or something, but like he wanted to give out a skateboard, but the way he did it, and this is fine, everyone can live their own fucking life and do whatever they want, but like for me, I'm just like, this is kind of corny. He was like, who's got a library card?
Oh, I heard this story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needed, like, whoever had a library card, he wanted to promote fucking reading. So he's like, whoever has a library card gets a free board. And he gave a board. It's the most wholesome shit ever. You know what I mean? And it's hard for me because there's so, like, I don't want to be a mean person and a jerk. And this whole culture is so fucking sensitive. You can all suck my dick. But, it's like there's so many jokes in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like he's a good boy. He's got his helmet on, and he wants to do a library card and to give it out. Like he's taking himself way too fucking. It's like skateboarding to me. was like an escape from all that bullshit.
Yeah,
You know?
Who's gonna win the fight when I throw the board in the field? Like,
Exactly.
yeah, or like who
Exactly.
doesn't have any money at all and needs a skateboard?
Yeah. Whose board's the fucking
I
one?
love people do that. Show me who has the most fucked up skateboard here. You can get a new skateboard.
Yeah.
They're all still holding their boards up. It's like, damn, that one's fucked up.
Here's my thing. It's like I believe in live and let live, but there's so many jokes, and I also don't mind being the butt of a joke. You know what I mean? Like I look like fucking Nicolas Cage. I don't know. You guys could probably tell me more.
That's a
like,
compliment, though.
well, maybe, but maybe not.
Dude,
Some people
I
hate
loved
Nicholas.
Andy Mack when I was growing up. I had like a poster of him on my
Wow.
in my room. And, dude, you want to know what's funny? You want to know where I got the poster?
Gravity Games.
A book fair.
Oh.
Wow.
I got it at a
my
book
God.
fair.
Yeah, library card.
Yeah,
Did
literally.
you have a library card?
No, my school just
Loser.
they did a book fair. It was like there was like they'd be like, oh yeah, you go like if your parents got to give you some money and like you can get a book. And I was like, oh no. So my mom was a principal and they had a book fair at her school too. I think it was actually I don't think I got it. I think she got it.
Yeah.
She knew I was into skateboarding
Mhm.
and she was like, oh like there's some posters at the book fair at school. Like if you want one, like I'll grab one for you. And I was like, I think I might have asked her who the skaters were, and she was like Andy Mack, and I was like Andy Mack, I want Andy Mack, because I had X Gear it was X Games at the time I think, but it was like VHS tapes, because I'd go to like a movie rental. It wasn't like I'd go to Blockbuster sometimes, but there was like a local one that some lady owned, and like I'd always go there. And when it closed down, actually, she like gave my mom, she like came to our house and like gave my mom like all the X Games, Gravity Games tapes, and I still have them.
What a legend.
But there was like a vert one, and it was like Andy Mack. She didn't have, for some reason, I don't think she had. Someone probably stole it, actually.
Yeah.
One of the skateboard kids definitely stole it.
I would have
But
never
fucking-
pinned you.
She
as
didn't
an
have the
Andy
street
Mack.
section.
Oh, bummer.
I didn't have like a skateboard street like VHS. I had like motocross, like BMX, like fucking inline skating, like yeah. But vert,
Everything but.
everything but the street section. I was
That's-
kind of bummed about that.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I would have never
I knew
pegged
Andy
you
Mack
as.
from that. Tony Hawk, Bob Burnquist.
I would have never figured you to be a fucking Andy Mack fan. You
I
don't.
was. It was just because of that video, I think, too, because he was in there, and I was like, oh, that dude's sick. He's got a yellow helmet. And, like, everybody liked Tony Hawk. Like, all my friends, like, anybody I knew was like, Tony Hawk, Tony Hawk. And I was like, this dude isn't Tony Hawk. And he's got a yellow helmet.
I'll take anyone.
He's sick.
Anyone if it's not Tony.
Yeah, I had an Andy Mack poster too.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Got that from the Gravity Games for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was bummed. I never
It's
went to that.
weird how
They
that-
did the Gravity Games. What was last year they did that? Like 2000? I was like 2, maybe.
That was when skateboarding kind of started for me, and it was no fault of the Gravity Games. That just happened to be there and happen. But I can't remember the exact year, but I was putting Irish Springs deodorant on my face.
What?
I didn't know what deodorant was. That's how young I was when I went to.
They were just giving out Irish Spring deodorant.
Yeah, I went to like every booth, and like there's swag you can get, and I got this little bag and some Irish Springs. And
You
I was
didn't even
like-
know what it was.
No,
you
I
just
was like-
you just grabbed it.
I was like putting it all over my arms and my head.
You're a retarded little kid, dude.
Yeah, but I think that like shortly after that, I learned how to ollie, and then it was fucking on.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Yeah, I just ate some Irish Spring deodorant, and then you can ollie. Fuck Monster and Red Bull. You just need to eat deodorant.
Don't take advice from Eddie about the deodorant.
Just kidding,
dude.
yeah.
Put it on your underarms.
Oh God.
That's insane that yellow helmet works on everyone. It does, though.
I don't know what it was. Yeah.
I just needed I needed like my wall was all like street shit, and I needed like a vert guy. on the wall. So yeah.
So I'm preaching to the wrong crowd right now, talking shit on Andy Mack. Come
No,
on.
but the
Fucking-
library card's a whole different story. I
That's
mean,
a funny story.
and again, live and let live. If that's who you want to be, but also like it's hilarious. You know, like I really think people like I always say this. Like when we talk shit on people in the van, when you're on a skate trip and you're like, or if you get a magazine, you're with a bunch of skaters that have a good sense of humor, and you're like, this shit, you just tear it apart because
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
a fucking sport, you know? It's like, this is
yeah, and
hilarious.
someone's gonna line themselves up for some
Yeah,
shit.
that's part of the game. Is if you put yourself out there, there's gonna be other people out there that just don't like
People
your
are probably
shit.
gonna make fun of this shit. Like,
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's what I
Yeah.
always say. Is I'm like, I hope there's a van full of dudes out there just ripping us apart because it's fucking hilarious.
It's
you know?
funny, dude.
So embarrassing story. Back to
Nice.
that. Ready? So through the years, I've done some wedding work, DJing, photography, and all this stuff. So I had a coworker when I was in the restaurant biz.
You've lived a fucking life.
Just hustling in restaurants. I worked at a vegan restaurant. It was great. It's called Garden Grill. Go there and get a butternut squash quesadilla.
Fire.
But okay, back. So Sarah, this lady that worked with me, really awesome girl. She asked me to DJ her wedding, and I was using like not my gear. So like they had a whole setup for the band through a bunch of microphones, and then I had like one setup that was just all the digital playlists they wanted me to play, and it was on her husband's computer. And so I'm already like kind of blowing it, like the volume's not all the way up, and I'm just like so overwhelmed with like what I need to do that I'm like not turning the volume up. Then I got a volume going and everything's good. And so every bridesmaid had a song to come out to.
Oh God, fucking nightmare.
You know, and I was doing great up to that point. Like I had all the songs, like intermission, like whatever, like like cocktail hour, whatever, chill. I'm like, okay.
You had like the right tune for the right occasion.
So you know everything's kind of warming up. I see like everybody's gathering for the entrances. I think the groomsmen came out first, and I did all their songs perfectly.
Nice.
Every groomsman came out. Creed. I'm just making shit up at this point, but like whatever. You get a song. The first bridesmaid wanted to come out to Who Let the Dogs Out.
Oh God, so cliche.
The computer froze, and all the bridesmaids had to come out to Who Let the Dogs Out. And I'm standing there, fucking melting, dude, just trying to figure out how I can fix this. And there was just nothing I could do.
Jesus.
And every bridesmaid just had to keep walking to Who Let the Dogs Out.
In their faces, they probably all looked disappointed.
Yeah, I was
they
very.
picked a song.
So that was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the story, though.
I mean, it's not as bad as trying to fuck in the snow and shit, but it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah. I kept that one short too, like that. Yeah.
Dude, you probably should have wore a helmet during that fucking wedding. Probably would have helped.
Yeah, all the tomatoes and shit they threw at me after
Get a
that.
yellow helmet.
Oh, actually, I do have a funny story that happened to me recently.
Nice.
It's not that funny.
That's
It is-
okay.
It's funny though, just not to me.
Yeah, that's the best type of story.
Yeah. So, I got my new car. I got my Audi, and I'm driving on College Hill, and it's like, you know, steep ass hill at like RISD, and I'm like halfway down the hill at a stop sign going to turn right. It's like 5 o'clock. I was going to meet you, actually. I was going to meet you at Monument, going to skate, and there's this kid coming down on a skateboard, like just going straight, no power slides, nothing. Like not in a good fashion either. Like speed wobbling, like at the top.
And those
and I
things
see
are
it
fucking
happen, and I'm
deadly.
like, oh damn, like this kid's gonna eat shit, like in traffic, like this kid's gonna eat shit. He finds a free pocket and tries to take the turn, like into like at the street where I'm sitting at, and he was like, just literally goes straight into my car.
Oh, God.
Like does like not like a tuck and roll, like just like lays down on his stomach and just like slides and just like slams into the side of my car, and there's like a huge dent.
Oh,
and
man.
I fucking
Fuck.
it was not good.
Dude, was he okay?
Sean had the rush hour
I did not
rage.
care if he was okay or not. I just immediately though, what made me even more angry was just the fact that there's clearly a huge dent, and he's just like, dude, it's like immediately right when I jump out, because I jump out to look and see if there's anything, and I see it, and he's just like, dude, like there's no damage, it's okay. And I'm like,
You're looking around.
are you fucking kidding me, dude?
I work at a dealership.
Damn,
But
dude.
I was like,
You
dude.
didn't even know him?
No.
Was it a
idea who he
skateboarder
was.
or like a visitor of skateboarding? Do you think he actually skated?
Could've been a visitor of everything.
he used skateboarding as a mode of transportation, and may have watched a GX1000 video on Instagram and
Got a
saw
little
that
too
hill
hyped.
and thought he could do it. Yeah.
Dude. Fuck, dude. He took it to the. Where's the dent in the whip?
Oh, right on the door.
Oh,
I tried. We have like a den guy where I work, and I like texted him a picture of it, and I was like, "Hey, like, you fix this?" And he was like, "You need to bring that to a body shop."
Oh,
So,
dude.
I need a new door.
Did he pay you the $2,000?
Yeah.
No.
He must have took a good slam though. To fucking
Oh yeah,
do
he
some damage.
he was going fast. Like it's at the end of Prospect Street.
I think I know exactly
Like
where
where
it is.
like the park is, like
Yep.
that overlooks the city, like on the
Mhm.
hill. It's like the end of Prospect
Oh,
Street.
so he was bombing Prospect to Angel, or something.
He was going down, like, you know where, like, how you go to the end of Prospect and it's like where the dorm is, like that steep ass hill.
Yeah.
Like at the bottom of it, there's the light with the Jersey barriers.
Yeah, yeah,
like, where
that's
that spot
that's
is.
Angel.
That's Angel. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was bombing Angel Street.
Jeez, yeah.
Angel's
Gnarly.
the fucking.
He was trying in the if you go look at Angel Street in the middle, the dead center, probably even further than center. But he was trying to take that corner full speed, no
Jeez.
power slides, nothing. Like
Angels-
basically went
Yeah.
straight and barely made it enough to catch me behind the stop sign and slam into my car. And then also was like, why didn't he said, why didn't you pull out? I'm
Oh,
like,
what a cocksucker.
why'd you try to take the corner? I was like, I'm going to skate right
You're
now.
in a
like,
fucking
shower.
car.
You, like,
Yeah.
ugh.
You're in a car. You're supposed to be doing that shit. He's fucking bombing a
Why
hill on
didn't
a
you
skateboard.
pull out game week, Sean.
It's his fault.
Yeah,
Sean,
it's your fault.
it's your fault. I fucking slammed into your car. Fuck bombing a hill on a skateboard.
Oh my god.
Can't
It's like
believe-
aside from that, what would have happened is he would have gone straight in and probably ran into the side of a house because
Oh,
that's where
man.
that's where it was if he tried to take that corner.
that would have been way worse. Car at least
Oh my
absorbed some
God.
of the impact, you know?
I wish I had a dash cam to see that. I wish like a Tesla, like they have
Yeah.
like mirror cameras, like you would have just seen that kid come flying and slamming into the side of the door.
How do you feel about Teslas in general? Electric
I've
cars
had to
and
pull.
stuff?
I do state inspections.
Yeah.
At work, so like I've had to pull a few in for state inspections, and like one of them I had to start it with like they have like a card.
Mhm.
It's like like the tap to pay kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Where you like scan it like in like the center console where there's like
That's crazy.
you like put it in, and
Huh.
that's how you start the car.
What the fuck?
Jeez.
Like it's
Hmm.
it's some shit.
You seen the truck, the Tesla truck?
I've seen a few of them around. They look like big
Cybertruck.
cheap pieces of metal.
Yeah, it's crazy
But
looking.
the touch screens too, they're huge. It's
Yeah.
like it's bigger than an iPad. It's like
That's crazy.
it's a
Did
large
he,
almost
like,
a television.
That dude just released a bunch of shit, like the cyber robot, and like they're doing like a taxi, and like
God.
it's crazy shit he's doing. And now he's involved in politics and fucking
Oh yeah.
the Doge, Department
Oh,
of
dude.
Government Regulation or
I
whatever.
got some Doge.
The money
Yeah.
currency, but like that's what they're
The Doge
calling.
money.
He's like heading him and Vivek Ramaswamy are
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
they're like heading up this like fucking division to basically police the government, to like audit the government, and it's called Doge, Department of Government whatever efficiency.
I mean, yeah. I don't want to get into conspiracies and go down this rabbit hole.
That's what podcasts are for, though.
There's a lot of
Right?
like.
What the fuck are we here for?
There's a lot of like dark money that doesn't get reported. That's just labeled, and if you can go look it up if you know where to look it up. But it's just like these lines of government, mostly like contractor spending that just isn't really specifically stating what they're spending the money on. So,
Oh yeah.
and I think that ties into a lot of hidden technologies and advantages and things like that. And sometimes it's kept secret for a reason. Like people don't need to know about what other technologies a military has because of the military industrial complex competing with each other
Yeah.
and shit like that. But there's too much money to go unnoticed at this point.
And
So,
and just the government's way too big to the point where they're fucking trying to convince everyone that everyone's racist and that there's this huge problem with all this. They're like overstepping their bounds. I feel like we need definitely less government. Tax us into fucking oblivion, dude. There's too many jobs. They give out way too many jobs. I'm not saying like let it be completely unregulated and Wild West, but like in my opinion, I feel like that's just like people giving their kids jobs and their kids aren't qualified and they're just like, you're in the government now, here's a new department. There's more
Yeah.
departments in the government than there is years that we've been a country.
And that's like family legacies, family favors,
Yeah.
lobbyist favors. I mean,
And at
it's
some
just-
point you just can't, like, I mean, maybe I'm brainwashed because what I'm listening to, but at some point when you have over regulation that you can't do anything. There's no innovation because there's too many rules.
Yeah, you're stuck in a white piece of paper with the margins you can't write outside of.
Yeah, and like Elon was saying, he's like, yeah, we can build a rocket faster than they could approve us to actually shoot the rocket in the sky.
Yeah, and that's a problem.
That's crazy, you
Yeah.
know? I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about, but we took a piss break. Doesn't matter at this point.
Oh,
right?
we were getting into conspiracies.
Oh, nice.
But we didn't talk enough about skating yet, I feel like.
I
Or
mean,
other shit.
is what it is, you know?
Yeah, you guys working on a new video now or something?
Yeah. Jensen and Anders are both like, they want another shot at it because they did Wilder, and they're like, that was their first time like trying to figure out how to film a part and learn. And now they both got like the hang of it, so they both want to get at it again. So I'm kind of going off of them, you know? The next one's probably going to be like, they'll have full parts, and then whoever else wants to contribute and get in there, see what happens, you know? But yeah, always working towards another video part, you know? I don't know. I'm not going to probably have a part in this one, but I'll have some clips. But like I was saying, I'm going to work on the edge part, especially this winter.
Hell yeah.
That'll be my focus, you know? But I don't know. Put out a lot of parts, and I need a little bit of break. So, you know what I mean?
Give the people what they want, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy having a kid and just like janky knee and all that stuff. It's like, I got to be careful, you know? I still can't help myself, though. It's like you're out on the streets, you see the spot, calls your name, you got to get down, you know? So I'll still have clips, but I'm not really like fully like going for it. But I'm really excited for Jensen's part and Anders' part, because Anders is taking off the helmet and he's like coming into his own, and same with Jensen. He's just like coming into his own, getting gnarly, figuring out what he wants to skate to.
Stop wearing joggers yet.
Yeah, he's working on it, you know. There's things you got to work on with these little guys, you know. Actually,
He's comfortable.
whatever, bro. At least he's not wearing a yellow helmet, so that's all good.
Yeah, not asking anybody for fucking library cards.
Yeah, keep them flowing. Get the Stella moving. Let's go, Eddie.
Keep them flowing.
Taxing. Oh, dude. Yeah,
These things ain't gonna drink themselves.
that's true.
This isn't like Dustin Dollins. I think Dustin Dollins 9 Club, he drank like 52 Stellas or something.
Jesus. Jesus.
The Australians can put them back, bro.
They definitely can.
How long did it take Dustin Dolan to drink 52 beers?
Oh, dude, 5 minutes for sure.
5 minutes.
I don't know. It was quick though.
I told a story about Timmy Knuth one time. He came over to my house, and Matt Williams, who was a filmer of World Industries, and they both like would drink till they were like shark-eyed, glassy-eyed. Speaking of sharks, but
Oh yeah, we can talk about those.
yeah, they get like, you know, when people get so drunk that their pupil is just all black, and it like all you see is a black in their eyes, and they're so drunk they're not even there.
They look like a seal.
Yeah, they both do that, and they were both over my house, and they both got that drunk, and Matt had a GoPro on his head because he was being like funny and like, oh, let's party, and I'll keep the GoPro on my head and film what happens. So they're getting fucking drunk, and they're the last two in my backyard just fucking wasted. And I went to bed. Everyone went to bed, and they just stayed up. In the morning, I walk out, and they're fucking passed out in my yard, like zonked out. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, they didn't even make it inside or anything. And we watched the footage because they didn't even really know what happened. What happened was Matt pissed off Timmy somehow, and Timmy headbutted him. So he filmed himself getting headbutted and knocked out. So Timmy knocked him out and then passed out, and I woke up and they're both passed out, and there was like a bottle of alcohol in the yard. I don't even remember what they were drinking,
Couple
but
of fucking pirates.
dude,
Wait, Timmy headbutted? No way.
Mahalo, that's what his nickname was, Matt, just said something to Timmy, and Timmy was like, Timmy gets aggressive when he's fucking blacked out like that, and he just fucking shark-eyed him and then fucking boom, headbutted him and fucking
Jeez.
knocked him out. So Matt was filming himself get headbutted and knocked out.
Crazy,
Dude,
man.
I fucking miss Timmy. Timmy,
I
I
know.
miss you. If you watch
Shout
this,
out.
I miss you.
Shout out Timbo.
Kickflip crook
Timbo
champion,
Slice,
man.
dude, yeah.
Never met the guy, but I'm a fan.
He's a legend on and off his board.
Yeah,
you know.
on and off the board.
You know when someone just
Timmy's
fucking
the best.
destroys on the board, but they're also just not a fucking. They're just a fucking legend. You know.
Sick.
Yeah, true skateboarder. True skateboarder. Not perfect, flaws and all. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. We all got him.
I know. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not into this fucking shit where everyone's perfect and fucking safe and all this shit. Like, I get being smart and reasonable and not being too reckless, but it's a fine line. You gotta live life too, you know?
Gotta
yeah.
live life, dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
gotta live life.
speaking of sharks. That's why I just did that trip that I did. So
How's this work? How do we get in the fucking water filming fucking sharks bigger than you? They were bigger than you, right?
Emma's about 14 feet.
Jesus.
Some say 15.
Did you give her a name? Emma?
So they have personalities, they have identities, they have scars, they have marks that you can tell. And a lot of these sharks have been around for, I want to say, over like 40 or 30 years, maybe even 70 with people. And so
Like, what do you mean with people?
people dive with them.
Okay.
And then they kind of get conditioned to know that they're going to get fed when a boat or people show up.
Ah, they're like kind of semi-domesticated.
They're semi-domesticated, but I mean, shit does hit the fan and can hit the fan at any second, and that's what we were told before our first dive on this most recent trip, which was fucking traumatizing. The first 2 dives on the trip, I was terrified, but then I got warmed up, and I realized where I was and what the situation was, and everything was just, it turns into this undescribable amount of excitement and like majesticness that I can't even really describe.
Dude, that's insane.
Because dinosaurs are like, they're dinosaurs. Sharks are fucking dinosaurs, right?
Yeah, sharks are over 6 million years old.
That's fucking crazy. And
Yeah,
they're
dude.
14 feet.
Yeah, and they're all, so at this location we were at, it's called Tiger Beach. It's west of Grand Bahama Bay, sort of, I don't want to say in the middle of, between West Palm Beach and the Bahamas, but over there.
Florida, down by Florida?
Yeah.
Timmy's from Palm Beach.
Yeah, so he probably knows about this place.
He's probably got drunk and swam with him.
Maybe. I mean, that's,
White Claw
as long as you
master.
don't panic, you're usually fine.
What the fuck does that mean? As long as you don't panic.
It
They
means a
can
lot.
smell fear.
It means
right?
a lot. So,
Fish can hear what you're thinking.
but where was I going with
What the
that?
fuck? You were telling us where they were. They're West Palm in West Palm in
it's
between.
called Tiger Beach, and so people have been going there and just kind of realizing that this place is a safe haven for like female pregnant sharks and just females in general to just kind of go have vacation away from like the shit, or just maybe that's where they live and they know where to like go find a mate and come back. But this is usually all the sharks that show up here are females, tiger sharks. But so how this happened was Dan McGrath and I worked for a company in Providence that got tied in with some shark people. And one of the guys' name is Joe Romero. Shout out to Joe. He just got us on these trips, and then we got to know Joe and work with him and all this stuff. And so like fast forward to now, Joe and I kind of still talk, and we're pretty close. And like I messaged him, and I was like, "Hey man, sick photo. It was of a tiger shark." I was like, "Missed that place." And he's like, "What are you doing in a month?" It's my birthday. And so like, it was tricky because this was the first time that I actually like paid for myself to go do something like this. Like the past trips, it was all paid, but with a lot less freedom to do whatever you wanted because we were at work.
Wait, so you literally were like, I didn't get enough. I'm going to pay to get in with fucking 14-foot sharks.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you, my dude?
Couple of thought processes I thought about was like, 1, I don't know when I'm ever going to do this again. 2, I've been in the water with sharks, but not like this. Like I've been snorkeling with sharks several times. But this was like full on, like get the tank on, get your gear on, get in the water, and like,
Good luck.
sort of. I'll explain how that works in a second. But so yeah, I said I couldn't say no. This is one of those things that's like, I've been like sort of like talking the talk for like all these years, and people are like, "Oh, he swims with sharks," but like this time I kind of wanted to like really nail it in that I actually do.
Yeah. That's when bad shit happens sometimes.
And so like it was the any situation in the water with sharks is the perfect situation for something bad to happen.
Yeah.
But with this type of stuff, it's so like managed, and it's actually like very chill. I mean, yeah, you can fuck up and do the wrong thing and it might cost your life, but you just have to know a couple of basic things, like the best defense against a shark is to look it in the eyes with your eyes.
That doesn't seem right.
Doesn't seem right. Swim towards them.
Didn't work for Matt. Timmy fucking headbutted him, dude.
They're in a backyard. But so like there's a bait box on one side of the boat so that you can get...
Wait, so if you stare a shark down, they get intimidated?
Yeah, because they know that you have an intelligent predatorial vibe, and
They're like, this ape is in the
They can sense
water.
your vibe.
yeah, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna maybe they'll come up to you and like get close and like maybe nudge you, but then you kind of establish your boundaries and you're like, no, I'm also a shark kind of thing. And so
fake it till you make it, because you're not.
But
I think it'd fucking kill you.
they can totally sense that you do have this sort of
That's crazy.
management or this power to being a human.
They must be crazy intelligent to like. Most animals can't. Like you can't stare a monkey in the eye.
So yeah, sharks, their eyes. I mean, that whole system in their bodies. They on their nose they have this. What is it? Ampullari of Lorenzini. It's like all these little molecules that are magnetic and detect frequencies and all this shit that we probably can't even comprehend. Sort of like a sixth sense. And so, despite them knowing you're scared and sensing, because they can detect heartbeats. And I think, obviously, when someone's heart's racing and they're panicking, that's like, oh, that's food. I'm going to go fucking eat that.
Yeah, it probably turns them on.
And I mean, the basic thought, how do I say it? One of the basic just things when you're diving is you have to force yourself to relax.
Yeah.
You have to be in a relaxed state to dive. And
you got like full scuba diving gear, so you got to calm your nerves just for that alone?
Totally, yeah. And, it was tough for me at first because with shark diving, you're supposed to get to the bottom as fast as you can. And that means you have to equalize your ears as fast as you can. And the first 2 dives, I was like, fuck this. The mid-water column's the most dangerous. That's where shit could go down more than it could if you're on the bottom. But it could really bad shit could happen anywhere. But you clear your ears and you get to the bottom, and then you're pretty much good. So like, if you don't clear your ears, then you get this thing called like sinus barotrauma, where you can like have, which I had for sure. But I was just so hyped on these fucking sharks. I didn't care what my ears felt like. And plus, like,
Is it just like pressure builds in your...
Yeah, it's like when you're on a plane and you have to clear your ears. But I was with so many, like, just legends on this boat. Just, like, guys and girls who have been in the water and just beast and open for all this stuff. Like, I was like, I can't not dive. So I did 8 dives total.
Whoa.
Over the course of maybe 6 days. But before we even had our first dive, we had like a briefing and we signed all these papers. And if there's one thing that makes you not want to swim with sharks,
it's the legal
it's
term.
the shit you have to read and sign.
It's like skydiving. You read the fucking thing and you're like, fuck, they're just they're not responsible.
Dude.
You're fucked.
And almost a year to the date of our first dive, a lady just got the boat was making bad choices, the crew fucked up. So there's a thing called a feed when you get in the water with sharks. Everybody's in a U shape on the bottom, and they have a feeder comes down with a milk crate full of rotten fish. And everybody's positioned in a way where the current is pushing that scent through you, where it's not just hanging out or getting directed to people. So I think this one boat had that whole thing out the window, and a shark latched onto a lady. And at the first latch, usually they don't use their teeth. The second time, they'll check. They'll do like a check bite, and they'll kind of give you like a little like, meow, and then their teeth will come out on the next one. Lady got kind of checked, and no teeth, but she panicked, and she went straight to the surface. And I want to say maybe 40 sharks just came straight up to her, and the only thing left was her tank.
Oh my god, dude!
Complete fucking nightmare.
Oh my god!
And then
the water's just full of blood at that point, right?
Totally. And once they smell there was times where like so I had like some sinus pressure and shit, and I was spitting out like bloody boogers. I didn't really give a fuck. Sharks don't really care. Like if it's like one little piece of the scent of the rotten fish distracts them so much from like any little piece of blood in the water. Obviously, when there's a lot of blood, it's different. But
in frenzy time, right?
Yeah. So after that story, they were all like, "All right, everybody, gear up. Time for your first time."
You got to sign the extra pages.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what. I mean, dude, there's nothing like you could do it. Anybody could do it. It's just a matter of like being a little scared. I think being scared is important in those situations. But
Definitely.
Fucking
It's like, what'd you say?
lock the fuck in.
Yeah, lock in. Yeah.
yeah, so your head's on a swivel. You always look the shark in the eye. You always swim towards it if it's swimming towards you in a way that doesn't look good.
Mm-hmm.
You swim towards the shark and look it in the eye, and they know. And every time I did that, whether the shark was 4 feet, 6 feet, 15 feet, sometimes the tigers are so big they come at you and they can't see you straight on, so they turn so they can, because their eyes are like on the sides of their head.
Yeah.
But then they know they see you, and there's like this moment where they're just like, oh shit, that's a human. You don't have any food. I'm gonna go to the guy who has the food.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Everything you're saying for sharks is like, I think it's the opposite for bears, right? You don't want to stare a bear in the eye. If it's coming at you, what do you do?
I can't really speak to bears like I can speak to sharks.
Well, maybe you need to step your shit up, honestly.
Bears are fucking scary, dude.
Sharks are nothing, bro.
I can't even say the word beer. Everyone knows. Like,
Bear.
are you talking about?
Russell
Oh,
bear.
bear.
Beer?
Bear. I say
Bear.
beer. Like
Bear.
I'm gonna go meet a bear in the woods. And
You're crazy, dude. Dude, I guess you worked your way up, right? Because your first diving with sharks was like the guppies, or what? You didn't just get in there with the...
the first shark I swam with was I think a 14-foot hammerhead in Bimini, Bahamas.
What the fuck?
But it wasn't anything that like I had to stick around. It was kind of like I got in the water. I was watching somebody else swimming around this boat. He was a director for National Geographic. His name's Mark. And I was kind of just following him to make sure nothing was coming up after him and just kind of being there as a safety diver. But no tank, just snorkeling. And then all of a sudden, like, this hammer comes out of the dark and swims under us. We're above. We're on the starboard side of the boat, right side. And it's just like, we just kind of look at each other and we're like, dude, you see that? And he's like, yeah. And then, like, we kind of go about, like, 3 feet under the surface, nothing crazy. The shark's at the bottom, which is probably, or a little off the bottom, maybe like, I don't know, 30, 35 feet down. And it just, we both cross, and it tilts its hammer up and looks at us, and then tilts it back and just is like, keeps going.
That's crazy.
And then after that moment, I was like hooked. I was like, I gotta be in the water with sharks more.
That's crazy.
Because there was this moment where like it just saw us and like didn't really give a fuck about us, but was like just this moment of recognition. I don't know.
It's like larger than life moment. You're like, wow, this is so surreal.
Yeah.
I can get that. But still.
And so then after that, the second time I was like actually in the water on a shark mission was Block Island. It was blue sharks, which have been known to also fuck people up, but wrong place, wrong time, do the wrong thing, anything can happen. But there's nothing like seeing a blue shark in the water. It's the craziest color blue when the sun reflects through the water on their skin. Like,
Yeah.
you got to see it. Like, so Joe does charters out of, or I don't know if it's private or what, but he does trips where they go bring in makos and blue sharks. And if they ever do charters, or if somebody does, I would highly recommend, even if you don't get in the water, to just go see that color.
Yeah,
It's mind blowing.
It's crazy what exists, that people never know unless you risk a little bit to get out there.
Yeah.
It's amazing what is out there.
Yep. So I did a week shark dive trip, maybe, what was it, 2 weeks ago.
That's so crazy.
I'm just, like it's scary too, but once you're in it, it's like, another scary thing about it was we had absolutely no cell service. So if something happens, like a helicopter might be able to get sat phoned in to like save somebody.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a 2-hour boat ride
As you bleed out.
to, but
That's fucked.
also like on these cruises, we're with like
That is
four,
crazy.
we're with like 4 master divers who are also safety rescue diver certified. So everybody's like,
They know how to fight sharks.
everybody's on the team. No, they know how to save your life. And put a tourniquet on and like,
Fuck you, Hammerhead.
crush your libs.
Libs. That was a Freudian slip.
Yeah, shout out LibTech Snowboards. Crush your ribs and like revive you with CPR. But
Yeah.
no, I was in wicked good hands.
Yeah, remember what happened to that lady? 40 sharks and just her tanks left.
There's
They can't save you there,
yeah,
buddy.
there's no-
CPR for that.
There's
dude.
no
No, so like that.
It's just like, all they found was his lips. Trying to resuscitate his lips.
Dude,
I don't know where is this Eddie's hand or what is this?
Fucking. But I was so happy to like.
You should have
like,
brought your board down there, see if they shred. Fucking pew, pew, pew.
I
Right,
mean, there's probably spots in West Palm Beach for sure.
No, I mean for bringing
Yeah,
down for the
See
sharks.
the sharks.
Yeah, fucking
See if
fin
the sharks
grind.
can
They'll
shred.
bite it and be like, oh, that ain't no fish.
And all he knows grind a shark fin, bro.
Oh my god,
So-
they'd hate me. That would get you bit.
You're
Or they
crazy,
would, or
bro.
they would you just scare them away.
Yeah.
Which is also frowned upon. There's like this happy medium where like you don't want to be the dude to scare the sharks away, but that's kind of impossible with all the chum and all the fish in the water.
Yeah.
But
That seems so psychotic to like put food in the water and then get in the water with fucking
Yeah, I know, right?
apex predators. It's
when
like,
you frame
Well,
it,
'cause it's dead food, right? So it's like not something they're gonna eat, right? It's like
It's-
something they don't want to eat, so they're like, whatever, we don't want to eat over here.
dude,
is that true?
Is that what it is?
Or do they
Um,
come because they
rotten
eat the
food?
shit? I imagine they just open their mouth and fucking.
the rotten fish, they go crazy over it.
They do.
They want to eat it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
care.
damn.
Like, and it's also like a very,
It's
I mean,
chum.
it's a 6 million year old survival technique to just eat anything when you can because
Yeah.
you don't know when the next meal is.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's why when they see the bottom of that boat show up, there's already 15 sharks in the water because they hear,
Semi-domesticated.
they
Yeah.
hear the boat.
Yeah.
It's true, and they're 14 foot, so they need a lot to like maintain that 14 feet of shark. Like you got to
Dude.
be eating all the time, right? Imagine.
Totally.
A lot
I mean,
of protein.
yeah, yeah. White sharks are these are tigers, and I'm sure they eat like they crush sea turtles and they eat.
How do you capture a shark or like a whale to like go into like a zoo? How does that work? Is there like a huge aquarium?
It's a
on
good
the
question.
fucking-
So
They fucking
on
get
the
nets
boat?
and shit.
there's
just net
these
it up
things
and
called
throw it in the thing?
drum lines. They're these big buoys that they put like big hunks of meat on, and they just let them chill. And this is just something that I've seen in the Gulf of Mexico. And so like they'll come, and I'm talking a circle hook like the size of my arm, which isn't good unless you can get it out because
Yeah.
it does give the shark a lot of trauma. But drum line, huge line, huge thing of meat on it, and then you'll see that thing start moving, and then they'll bring the whole line in with the shark to either a lift that comes out of the water to get the shark, which is the safest way without.
I've seen that. They get the shark on the lift down under the water. They get
And
it
then
on
they
top
bring
and
the
then they
lift.
bring it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
And so,
Some fucked up shit to put that thing in a cage,
Yeah.
right?
oh yeah, no,
Free Willy shit, bro. Come on.
that's like the only I think orca death. Orcas haven't killed anybody in the wild. They've only done it in captivity.
That's
I
crazy.
believe it.
And their fucking fins go fucking they go limp and shit because they're just depressed.
Yeah,
supposedly.
it's sad.
Yeah, seems sad.
But I don't really. So like I would guess that's how they get a shark in an aquarium. But like for the most part, everybody knows like you can't.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Let it live.
Let it
Yeah.
live.
Fuck SeaWorld.
You can't recreate an ocean.
SeaWorld.
Like things are meant to be in an ocean. It's a whole world.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy thing because like there is like a lot of money and like scientific awareness that it generates and like educational stuff. But I think I don't know. Everybody knows at the end of the day, like you can't contain a apex predator
Yeah.
of the ocean in a tank.
You shouldn't. You probably can, but you
can't.
shouldn't.
Yeah, you should. You should. Yeah,
You shouldn't, because it's like, what the fuck? That thing's life is.
Yeah, but I mean, I like once I got service, I was just like, all right, now I can call Alex and tell her I'm coming home and I'm okay. But it was funny because like I wanted to call her before I didn't call her before the last dive
Yeah.
because like I don't fucking know if shit's gonna go down on the last dive.
Yeah.
Visibility goes to shit. I can't see a shark coming from 4 feet away and like
Yeah.
just happens to bite me the wrong way.
What's harder? Asking your girl to go on a skate sesh or a shark sesh? Which one's she more like? She's like, Eddie, you're going to get hurt on the skate sesh.
Skate sesh for sure.
Dude.
She was like, "Oh, it's sharks! Like you
Get
gotta
in
do
there."
this. Like you're not gonna get this chance." But she also like, yeah, you could just not come back. But like skating, I mean, one, it's like, oh, you're gonna go skate again? Okay.
You gonna
So,
smoke weed with your boys in a parking lot?
Little-
Fucking flippity dippity.
little bit of guilt. But then like I show her some of the clips sometimes, and she's like, "Oh, damn,
Yeah.
like cool." Like, and now you're in a way better mood than you were when you left.
That's true.
So then she gets, and I'm blessed, like she really gets that, like she knows that. I mean, skateboarding obviously all the time, but like any other activity where it's like exercise is like like going on a bike ride, like it does a similar thing to skateboarding, but
Yeah.
nothing can really top the way it feels to like come to be done with the sesh and be hanging out with all your homies and just like not even talking about just like knowing that you got a clip that day and feeling that reward and you're just all together. Like that's what San Francisco was every night.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, skating, because, like, skating is that workout, but on top of the workout, it's, like, creative, it's fun, you get the homies, it's, like, another layer to it besides just going for a jog, you know? You might get a little high from a jog, but going out, filming, skating with your friends and getting a banger, whole different game, my dude.
Yeah.
Not quite swimming with sharks.
But I mean, yeah, no, honestly, like, there's no real comparison between the shark thing and skating. I think there's no, like... Food tastes better after you get the clip and you're chilling and you can eat. Like everything's better after that. Swimming with sharks was just the food still tastes the same. I don't know. Like there wasn't I didn't feel the reward I felt from skateboarding that I did swimming with sharks.
Yeah.
And that's just what that is. I mean, to me, skateboarding is just like everything, and sharks are great too, but like it's just I think I have it in different categories in my head.
No, that makes sense.
It's still super fucking rewarding, and you feel like a boss when you actually climb up that dive ladder.
Yeah.
And you survived another shark dive.
But just surviving from something just murdering you is not the same as like actually putting the time and effort into like pulling off something that's scary and challenging, and you really want to do it.
Totally.
You know? Compared to just jump in the water and be like, I didn't get eaten.
Yeah.
Your adrenaline's going for sure.
Yeah.
You know, but
there's so much more that goes into skating. I mean, I think more people can dive and get in the water and swim with sharks than somebody can like fucking heel flip an 8-stair or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
you just take instruction on the shark thing. The heel flip, you got to put the hours in and like.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a little different, my dudes. What's your Instagram? I want people to see the footage.
Oh my God, I just had a what do you call it? Like
the people spoke and they said go back.
Yeah, I had
what did you change it to?
A mid-November crisis where I was
dude.
like, oh, maybe I should like. Yeah, I'm back to Elecqua, ELECWAH.
Right.
Shark footage, skateboarding, lightning when it happens. I love filming lightning. Lightning's fucking sick. But yeah, so I had like a thing where I was like, oh, maybe I should change it to Shredword or like Shreddy or like my name.
Yeah.
But then everyone was like, dude, no.
Just go back, bro.
Nick Ricks was like, oh, you're 32. You're too old to rebrand yourself at this point. I'm like, fuck, Nick. Like, dude just digging the knife in. And I was like, you know what? He's fucking right. Whatever. I'll leave it Elecqua. So
yeah.
That's it.
You changed it, and I was like, oh, man, that was a good username.
You're never too young. You're never too old, dude. You're only as old as you feel. It's cliche, but it's true.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. But at the same time, I was just like, you know what? It has like its consistency. So.
The fire never dies, and it's just how you use the fire. So it's like if you're stoking the embers and you put your life force into anything in any direction, it's gonna resonate. Because there's too many complacent people out there that just live their life, work a job they hate, and don't have any passion or creativity in their life. And it's like, when someone's willing to get in the fucking ocean with sharks or fucking film a whole video part and skate and put their energy and life force into it, it's like exciting at any age, you know? So it's like, you're never too old to fucking participate in skateboarding, you know?
Yeah.
That's just some bullshit. It's what quitters say.
Yeah.
Quitters say you're too old.
Yeah, to piggyback on the video part thing, Jan, Skate in Space, I don't know if he wants me to say his last name. Everybody who knows Skate in Space knows Jan. He's coming out with the video.
Nice.
HD.
Love it. Fuck yeah.
Sean's got clips.
Fuck yeah, Sean.
I got a part. I don't know if you have a part, but by the
You got
time
clips?
you might have a part. I don't know when the shit's coming out, but yeah, be on the lookout for that. Skate in Space is dropping an HD video. Dan McGrath is filming a full length.
He's back out there, I heard. He's doing it.
I don't know what it's going to be called. And then Civil video is coming out too.
Nice. So clips are dropping, my dudes.
Yeah, I haven't put out a part in a long time, and now I got 3 in the works. So
Fuck yeah. See? With age comes experience and fucking productivity, apparently. Getting in with the sharks is probably keeping you alive, bro. As dumb as that is.
I mean, everything. This shit, you guys, skateboarding, it's just all like, yeah. There's nothing better.
Fuck yeah. That's a good place. That's the good place to end it. Fuck yeah. Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, Sean. Hell yeah, Eddie. I'm gonna figure out how to edit this one.
Yeah.
That's next on the agenda.
I'll help you out, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right, people. Good talking to you. Good hanging out. Skateboarding forever. Be careful around sharks. Love you. Bye.
Peace.
Choo choo.
Peace.
I already have to pee again.
Dude,
Bullshit.
I peed for
You
like
broke the seal,
I peed
dude.
for like
That's why.
4 minutes straight out there.
Broke the fucking seal on him.